but not the last one. Sick burn.
Yeah, the audio was messed up. I apologize for that.
Don't apologize to me.
I apologize to everybody about that.
Okay. This is like Romper Room. You can do it. Just name by name.
Pat, Charlie, did you see he sent us?
He did. A text or something.
Yeah, through whoever he was listening through. He said he found that area where
that must have gone away. That was the thing. Remember, I sent one in. It was really threatening. And
yes.
I right away go, that was me. Don't worry. Don't.
But he found that button.
Button. Who's got the button? Charlie's got the button. Jeff, my brother Jeff listens. So apologize to Jeff.
Jeff, Karen, Chance.
You know who else?
Alex.
One of those kids, the kid with the glasses out in the yard. He listens apparently.
I apologize for everything you said.
I discourage that kid from listening. Don't listen. Go do whatever kids your age do. They don't listen to old guys talking.
That is so wrong.
And if you swear, if I hear you swear, I will beat you with a belt. Like a steel belt from a radial tire.
Ooh.
Remember that was a thing? Steel belt and radials. I had no idea what it meant. You?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're a car guy.
Well, they had metal underneath the tread.
Metal?
Yes.
Get the horns up.
And then when you would get a flat, those metal strings would rip up the
rest of the tire for you? Well, I think the idea was when you could start to see the metal, look into new tires. You could do it right away.
If you could see the metal, you're not having any tread left.
That's my point, which I'm told. But you tell that to a 17-year-old kid. They're like, did you see him make sparks? That girl likes that. If she likes it, she'll get more sparks. It's best when I go about 70 on a gravel road. Mark, what have you been up to? We've taken 2 weeks off. I miss you, my brother.
Who are we?
Yes.
Okay.
Precisely.
Good night. You get a hold of us at the...
That seemed fast. I'm not going to lie to you. That seemed like one of the best episodes we've ever done.
Well,
I mean, I think I blacked out for most of it because it seemed like we were just starting it.
Shorter the better.
That's what I always say. Very few people believe it. Trust me, I've told a lot. The shorter and weirder looking, the better. I think that's in there too.
Don't they call you Peroni?
Peroni? That's bent. You got to have a little more. It's tough to bend.
Oh my goodness.
You got to have a long carrot to bend the carrot. I am Peroni proof with that. If I walk into a wall with an erection, I break my nose. Might as well introduce us. Mark, do you want me to, or do you want to?
You're very good at it.
Oh, it's because it's practice, Mark. How do you get to Carnegie Hall? Take the 2 train. No, it's practice.
Oh, I thought you paid your way to get there.
Oh, there's a lot of ways to do it, but we can't talk about those because we've got a kid that listens to this podcast. So, but TheAscertainers, super moderately, almost successful podcast. 2 guys, handsome, striking, some would say, from Minnesota, which is in America, and Minnesota specifically. Did I say that already?
You did.
See, you should take over.
No,
Mark and Jim, which one are you?
I am Mark. Hello, everyone.
You're very believable. I am Jim. Whose idea was this?
It was my idea.
Whose podcast is it?
It's our podcast.
It's your, okay.
Well, without you, there wouldn't be a podcast.
Who bought all the equipment?
We went in.
Who came up with the name?
I think you did.
Actually, I think I did too. It's our podcast, but Mark did all the heavy lifting. All I do is just show up and blabber.
Which is a big part of podcasting.
I guess technically, semantics. But yes, we typically do this on Friday nights, but with our summer schedules, we did not for the last couple of weeks. And the last episode, in fact, that was aired, the one that just came out, episode 122, which is weird.
It's crazy, yeah.
Was a previously recorded back in March. And that seemed like yesterday. So time flies.
The audio was messed up on it, and that was my fault.
Didn't you already apologize for something, or was that for?
I did. I don't know if people knew what we were apologizing.
It's just best to just apologize for everything.
Everything.
Do a blanket apology. I'm sorry for all the stuff Mark did. See, it's just that easy.
Ouch. But let's go on.
Okay. Tonight we are mourning. Today is July 25th, and we just had us a week. We had a pretty tough week of significant pop culture. Is that fair? I mean,
that is.
To encapsulate all of the in honor of, like the Oscars are going to take forever. Well, actually not. The Grammys, actually not. MTV Beach Awards will. Ozzy Osbourne has passed away at the age of 76, and he played the last gig, 2 weeks ago? Monster.
2 or 3 weeks ago, yeah.
Monster. All the original members of Black Sabbath, and then the pre-concert was a who's who. People just putting bands together, playing great songs, and I wonder if he just kind of said to himself, well, checkmate, good night. I just don't know where the Prince of Darkness goes after all is said and done, because I've seen these pictures of him and Lemmy in heaven, and I'm like, maybe that was all an act. Maybe he was a good Christian man, but he sure hung a lot of crosses upside down. So
I feel bad because I sent Jim a text earlier about the 100-meter dash, who would win, and I said
was Ozzy one of them?
And Dick Van Dyke, who turned 100.
Killed Ozzy Osbourne.
I know it.
How do you feel?
Who did AI pick?
Dick Van Dyke.
Oh, yeah.
In a laugher, apparently.
Yes. I was surprised.
I know. Somebody asked me recently, who is the next, rocker going to go? And I said, Keith. I didn't say Ozzy. Boy, there's a bunch of old ones, though, man. Paul McCartney could go tomorrow. Keith, Mick, all of Zeppelin, except for Bonham. All of Zeppelin is alive. And Bonham died in 1980 or 81.
GPS signal lost.
Oh, you're telling me. So, do you have to pay royalties for that?
I didn't know how bad Ozzy was till that reunion tour.
Hey, he was very Joe Biden-y before, though. He kind of had the jerky movements and all that, but
he put on a brave face, but he looked rough.
Yeah. Last song was Mama, I'm Coming Home. That had to, they showed when they did the crowd shots, people were, I'm sure, I saw but like 5 minutes of clips from the show, but if you saw that whole show and he ends with that, you got to be like, nope, watch the papers. But yes, so Ozzy died. Great career. Cheers to Ozzy.
Cheers.
Raise a glass if you are around one, and thanks for the great tunes and the entertainment.
Yes, definitely.
In fact, what was it? Meet the Osbournes? Is that the reality show?
It was.
That was also a bit groundbreaking, wasn't it?
It was.
Just a kind of a reality show with an aged rock star and his family, and they made it funny. And do you know who his next door neighbor was for a while? And they used that next door neighbor's version of Crazy Train as the intro music for Meet the Osbournes. That would be Pat Boone.
Really?
So Pat Boone did his little tweet or whatever.
I know he had a neighbor that he did not like. And
great neighbor. I knew him more as my neighbor than a musician and stuff. And it's like, Pat Boone and Ozzy Osbourne. I'd pay to see that.
They were always throwing something in a neighbor's yard, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
From like the show?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know how many places Ozzy's lived, but
yeah,
I don't know if Pat Boone was his neighbor during the taping of that.
Show. I thought that's what you meant.
I don't know. You know who else were just inseparable was Alice Cooper and Glenn Campbell were super good friends. They would golf every day, and Glenn would drink a lot. Alice is off the sauce, but Alice had some interesting near-death experiences with Glenn Campbell, apparently. So
Alice likes to play golf.
Who knew? He said he was like 5 under at age 70 or something like that. He shot a 5 under. He shot a 70.
Glenn Campbell or Alice?
Alice. I mean, you were saying that you saw him on a plane and he was just had his eyes locked on where the
golf
luggage
clubs
came out to
yeah.
make sure his clubs were okay. That's so funny.
we were going to do songs of the week, and you brought up Mama, I'm Coming Home.
Yes.
But one of my songs was See You on the Other Side.
So tell us what the task was. The task was favorite Sabbath?
Or just a Sabbath song. And
So not a favorite, but a notable, one that you wanted to talk about.
one you wanted to talk about.
Okay, and so that would be your Ozzy one, and then you also have a Sabbath one, because that's what you asked me to put together.
Yes.
Okay.
But See You on the Other Side was something about his passing. That's why I brought that up.
Interesting. Yes, of course. I mean, that's not even subtle. So Lemmy wrote a couple of hits for him. In fact, I think Mama, I'm Coming Home was written by one Lemmy Kilmister.
Wow.
I'll verify that. That might be Arrows and Omissions, but one of his big ballads was written by Lemmy. Might have been the one with Lita Ford, actually. It might have been more than one. But is there anything else you want to talk about that song? Because we tend to leave a little meat on the bone.
Well, I picked that song after you playing the song that I was actually going to bring up, Flying High Again.
Oh, did you hear that?
Yes. As I was walking up to use the restroom.
I can go on about that one a little bit. So yeah, my Ozzy solo, when I was in high school, they had this thing. I probably brought this up on previous episodes. I don't even know what it was. It's probably super nefarious, but it was called the Big Brother Little Sis program. And it wasn't a program. It was just a thing they did at my high school. And so there was also the Big Sis Little Brother. So a 10th grader coming in, we were 10 through 12 for high school. A 10th grader would get somebody of the opposite gender, back when that was a thing, as their big. Okay, so it wouldn't be like a little brother, big brother. You know what I mean? It would always be a young boy, older girl. But it's like they're still kids, all right? It's all on the up and up, I'm guessing. It wasn't like some kind of, romp or anything like that. But so I remember when I was a 10th grader, it was my brother Steve's girlfriend, Kim, was my big sis. And then when I was a senior, it was a young lady named Jill, who I thought was the cutest thing ever. But she ran track, so I knew her from track. So that's how I got paired up with her. And she bought me for my birthday, Diary of a Madman.
Wow.
Vinyl. Yes. And I loved about 4 songs on that. Don't make me name the other ones, but Flying High Again, it is a really good song. It's not a perfect song, but it's a little bit, I don't know. It's not the smoothest song. It's kind of like a bumpy road, if you will, as you listen to it. But boy, has it got strong bass, Randy Rhoads on guitar, and then, and Over the Mountain was good too, but Flying High Again was just...
That late 80s sound was...
That was early 80s. That was like 1981.
It was. You're right. But that sound was very raw.
Yes. And very cool.
And maybe that's why they did it that way, made it sound like it was...
Well, they were getting ready to go up a bunch of really soft stuff. That's when you started getting the Thompson twins and nothing against the Thompson twins, but it was just a whole, if you grew up on classic rock, there was a lot more keyboards and strings about to enter your music awareness than you probably were ready for. A lot less saxophone. Oh, by the way, that's shout out to Pat, who we met at Newt's tonight. And Pat was talking to Mean Game about how, I'll have to come on sometime. And we were like, perfect. We'll see you in a couple minutes at the house because we need a guest tonight. And I'm not going to say, I can't say anything negative about Pat. He's such a nice guy. But if I were, I would say, I'm not mad. Oh, no. I can't be mad at you. I can't quit you. I'm a little disappointed.
I'm going to give him...
See, I'm doing the Indian by the pond full of garbage. Just got one single tear, Pat. I'm not going to dry it either. I'll probably get an infection because of you.
I'm going to give him a pass because he showed up to do a photo at Panaprog in front of the Ascertainer mobile.
Oh, is that who took that picture?
No.
Oh, a different... Oh, he came by...
He came by, but you were busy.
And I saw him. I think I saw him 2 times at Panaprog this year. So, all right. See, you can't stay mad at Pat.
You can't.
And you know who really we should be getting on is Sue, who's, I could never go on. And then it's like, man, you can't. I mean, it was like you put a quarter in her tonight. She just kept going and going and going and going. I'm like, Sue, this is what we do on the podcast. You should save all of this and just come on. And she makes Diane look willing. Because remember Diane, I don't want to come on. I don't like the sound of my voice and all that. And then when she came on, it was like, fantastic. Home
I think
run.
if we get Sue, this is going to sound bad, in the basement, she'll do great.
Whatever we tell her to, because she can't get. Sorry. What?
No, but she would loosen up and she would.
Oh my God. Oh, Sue. That was Mark.
No.
I told Pat that I would not swear. Or I wouldn't use the F-bomb at all if he came on. And I'm going to try not to tonight, because the one that came out last week, the old one from March, episode 122, way too many swears.
And I
it was
apologize
lazy.
for
It was
the
lazy,
audio.
and you know what, listeners? It was disrespectful. So I'm going to get way effing better at that. No, I'm just going to get way better at that. But I'm just going to use reverse psychology on the Pat and Sue. I'm just going to say, well, I don't really want to have you on. And then they'll beg. They'll beg for it.
Go with that.
I mean, it's going to be just as effective as the previous techniques. So
Let's go on to Sabbath song.
your Sabbath? You want to go first?
Go ahead.
War Pigs.
Yeah.
Is that yours too?
No, but that
It's
was
just
in the
off
running.
Paranoid. Paranoid, by the way, turns out was we need one more song, guys. What
Right.
can you
They
do?
just threw it together.
Well, we accidentally wrote Paranoid. Come on. And they were probably maxed out. And, you know, after whatever, I mean, Name It album was a lot faster back then, even given the crud technology that they had to work with. You know, it was all real. It was all 4-track or however many track tape. And it had a splice and, you know, but there's something about the sound on War Pigs that is just guitar, everything is so good. I mean, I think there's 5 hits on you got Paranoid, War Pigs, Electric Funeral, Iron Man, and there's a 5th one. Maybe it's
Isn't Sweet Leaf on there?
it is. I don't know. I can't confidently say that. There's like Fairies Wear Boots, and there's I don't think Sweetly. It's a different one. It's got a weird name though, and that's a good song though. The one that can't.
My
think of.
song is Sweet Leaf, and I thought
it?
that was
Well, let's take a
on
peek.
one side, and then Paranoid was on the other side.
Keep talking there, muchacho.
The reason I brought up Sweet Leaf is because Mossball Torsion tried to play that.
Really? Tell
We were
the nice
playing-
people who.
Mossball Torsion was a neighborhood band that we put together. Jim was the first bassist.
Master of Reality. Now I gotta look up Paranoid. Yes, I was the original bassist. Yes, Mark supplanted me once I had to return the bass. You know, I only had
Yes.
till Monday.
So I bought one, so they said, wow, you took the extra step. So
The first, that's commitment. Yes, the first name of the band. You probably paid exactly what I paid to rent a bass and an amp, because that was so not what I thought I was going to have to pay for that. It was
Really?
expensive. Oh my God! Yeah, I read it from like a music store in Bloomington, and it was a nice size. They might have been a Fender bass even, but and a nice amp, heavy as heck because it's a bass amp. But yes, so the original name of the band was Rented Bass, and then after Mark came on, was it Purchase Bass for a little bit until it became Mossball Torsion?
I think we were Mossball Torsion something, and then we dropped the extra. Anyways,
Yes.
we tried to play that. We had one guitarist, but he lived out of town. And then we picked up another guitarist that some of the members met at
at the music store.
music store. And he was a lawyer, assistant DA in Hudson, I think, something like that.
Hudson, Wisconsin's about 45 minutes, 50 minutes from here. Not close.
No, he was an excellent guitarist, but he wanted to play everything exactly like the bands played it.
Perfectionist.
He was. I learned a lot from him, but Sweet Leaf was way over my head. And I was thinking, you're an assistant DA? You want to play Sweet Leaf? That seems like a conflict of interest.
I bet he was trying to do a bust. He probably was trying to get you guys, hey, Sweet Leaf, what does that even mean? Huh, guys? Huh? Anybody? That one. Get him.
He
That'd be
played.
so funny if that was his thing. I'm just going to work the suburbs for pot cases. I'm going to learn guitar, get really good at it.
He played in bands where he wore the spandex pants.
Nice. Can you wear them over to Jason's? That'd be the best.
No, he
Hey, guys, how's it going?
But he said if we did
You guys need a towel? Okay, I brought a bunch.
if we did get a gig, we were going to wear the spandex. And I said, no, I'm not wearing spandex.
Mark's
I'll
like,
wear Zubas.
I'm not wearing pants. What are you talking about? Spandex, that's for amateurs. So
But they were very high. If you listen to the drummer, what was that, Bill Ward?
Bill Ward.
He was very off a couple of times.
In Sweetleaf?
Yeah.
I thought Bill Ward was dead, by the way. So when I saw he was playing, I was like, ah! I was scared. Kind of jumped a little.
Well, when he left, everyone thought he was, because they became a trio.
And he played with no shirt on. I mean, boy, I don't like taking my shirt off now. And I'm way younger than Bill Ward, I think.
But I guess they were very baked. Is that a term?
Baked?
Yeah.
High on the influence of marijuana?
Yes.
Baked? I don't know if that's what I call it. I mean, they call it. So he was a little baked, so he couldn't...
I think they all were.
I would think it'd be so hard to play music high. It's hard for me to play music at all, right? So, but to add the difficulty, and then especially for people that have to remember, like, you know,
I guess that
notes and words and stuff.
That came across as so loose of a song.
Oh, well, I know he had a big jazz influence. Did you know that?
I didn't.
He loved jazz. He's kind of like Charlie Watts in a
Or
way.
he loves jazz.
I don't know what that means.
Well, you said he loved, like he was
loves,
away.
Present tense, yes. But in a way, I've heard him interviewed, and if you took him and Charlie Ward from Rolling Stones and Viv... Charlie, what'd I say?
Ward.
Charlie Ward, his brother. Oh my gosh, why they sound so much alike? Charlie Watts, and then the Spinal Tap keyboardist Viv Savage. They all kind of sound alike. Just real kind of intellectual and professorial, if I may.
You may.
Also, Mr. Neil Peart. It's just Peart. Are you sure? They called him the professor because he was so stinking smart. But anyway, I managed to get a rough one in there. So I do have the track listing for Paranoid, and I can't think of what the fourth song that I really like is, but I think it is Rat Salad, which is an instrumental. But it goes War Pigs, Paranoid, Planet Caravan. That might be the one too. I think that's a real spacey kind of a, you know, what somebody who smokes the marijuana would enjoy.
Like a Deep Purple.
Like a Moody Blues. Like a real spacey kind of a cool, very cool bass line. We'll play it. And after you get done listening to this banger of an episode, go ahead and listen to it yourselves there, Ascertainer listener. So, War Pigs, Paranoid, Planet Caravan, Iron Man, and then Electric Funeral, Hand of Doom, Rat Salad, and Fairies Wear Boots. And that's a good album, kids. Now, what was the album the one that yours was off of? I don't talk so good. Master of Reality, which was what the album after. So Black Sabbath came out in 1970. Paranoid came out in 1970. And Master of Reality came out in 1971. They put out 3 albums in 2 years. That's crazy. It was on Master of Reality. Sweet Leaf, After Forever, Embryo, Children of the Grave, Orchid, Lord of This World, Solitude, and Into the Void. And I think Sweet Leaf would be the only one I know. It opens up with a 5-minute drug song. Nice work, Black Sabbath. They dropped off after the first 2. You got your whole life to write your first album, Mark. And you got about a year to write your second one. That's why there's a lot of fall off. A lot of good one-album wonders.
The Sophomore Slump. Do that many albums in a row, it kind of gets you over the hump of the Sophomore Slump.
Well, you just described Van Halen because they always seem to have 1 or 2 compelling songs on the Diver Down and the Women and Children First. Didn't they have one other kind of not so great album? So
I can't remember.
They had Van Halen, eponymous. They had Van Halen 2, great album. And then I think it was those 2 I just mentioned. And then a break while Dave did his solo stuff. Then they come back with 84 and then enter Sammy. Enter the Sam Man.
Has any band ever...
I wonder if people can pick up when I'm doing my stupid laugh where I'm really trying to get you to laugh and it probably sounds like I'm having a seizure. Or a dog's thirsty.
Would a band come out and just call their first album eponymous?
Yes, I think it's got to happen. One of my favorite local bands, their first album is called Greatest Hits. That's cocky.
That
I
is.
think. I mean, it's also got to be true because it's their only hits. Do you know who that band is? Because we have to mention
I don't.
it now. Local shout out, Remo Drive.
Ah.
Remo Drive, everybody. Just had Pan of Prague. Remo Drive, who is a Epitaph Records signed artist, played 2 or possibly 3, but I know they played at least 2. Pan of Prague, the festival I'm involved with, battles of the band, and failed to win. Yet they tour internationally, and so you're welcome. It was tough love. It was tough love. I think we made you work a little harder. I had nothing to do with the judging, by the way. If I did, I would have totally said pick them. But
there was a band playing while we were there, or I was there during the car show. Willie
Wisely.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
I did. It was fun.
He jumped off the stage at the end to try to.
Oh, did he get hurt?
He did. Well, he said, well, the ground came a lot faster than I thought it was gonna. No, it would not faster. It took him longer. So he didn't have his legs right, and he crumpled. He texted me the next day. He goes, no broken bones. We're good. But he also did a thing where he fell on the stage, and that was apparently scripted.
Yeah.
I'm just like, geez, Willie, I know what you're getting. I gave you the check. I know you're getting paid for this gig. You know.
I can't remember the song. But the first 4 songs I listened to, he was not playing guitar.
He was just singing, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was a Who song that he, maybe My Generation.
Oh, could have been.
Spill. No, he's just a super talent. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, I think he was in the same scene as Westerberg and all those guys. I mean, he's of that era.
He's an entertainer.
He's in remarkable shape for what I would guess his age to be, because I think he's older than us. If I'm wrong, if I'm lying, I'm dying.
It was fun. I was just walking through and I couldn't leave. I was just memorized.
Well, thank you. That's great feedback.
Mesmerized.
And I'd like to have him back, because if there's any band that's ever played it and can handle the kind of the funky logistics of that stage and they want to play it again, I'm like, sign you up. That'd be great. I'm just looking at the clock here, and there's another. It's my biological clock, Mark. I'm talking about tick tock, very loud. But Terry Hulk, I don't even know. Hogan's not even his last name, but Hulk Hogan passed away.
Yeah,
and I didn't have that one on my little bingo card. Only 71, but all of the Ozzy, it's 76, but it's like these were not highway miles. These were off-road, tough on the everything miles.
I think when Ozzy snorted the ants, that was probably not good for him.
Or hurt him? What do you think?
I think it hurt him.
I think it helped his immunity.
Well, they turned out to be termites, actually. So
come on, really?
No.
What were termites doing by a pool, Mark? It doesn't add up. No, sorry. I think it was poolside at a hotel, or was that when he drank urine?
He licked the pee.
Yeah. Ozzy was, I think he was craving attention. I think he was ignored as a child or something like that. But first time I saw them, by the way, and I could have looked this up if I really cared about this podcast and the listener experience, but California Jam. Do you remember that? They would play that on TV. It was an outdoor concert, and it was the most, like the stage that was at the festival that you were just at, Pan of Prague. Far more elaborate stage than it had like a rainbow behind the stage, and then you can see trees right behind that.
What were the years that you watched?
I'm going to say like 74, so I was probably 10 years old. But they were playing, and I remember my mom, my classic Ellie move. He smoked so much that his fingers were yellow. So he's grabbing the mic and doing his Ozzy stuff. She said, "Look at him. He's a smoker." It's like, really? Smoking? You think that's what's doing that? But anyway.
You had a color TV when you were 10?
We were doing pretty well.
Wow.
I wouldn't have known it was yellow. I kind of rubbed that in, didn't I?
That did.
I probably had to change the channel with a needle nose pliers, though, because there was an era for that. I was the remote. Jim, change the channel. Where's the wrench? It wasn't a needle nose. It was like a blunt nose.
How you do the vice grips.
The knob broke. Yeah. So, we didn't keep it on there. No, this is a manual job, a hand job, some people call it. Errors and omissions for the last one. So, hold on. and they're so messed up in the order. Wait. Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan was his 71 years, those weren't drug-addled in the sense of Ozzy, but there's no way that guy didn't do a shit ton of steroids.
Oh, yeah.
All those wrestlers did. And apparently he died of a cardiac arrest. And, I guess...
I guess he had neck surgery a couple of months ago.
Okay.
And everyone said he died after that.
Meaning his spirit? Or...
the rumor on the internet
had he been
was...
dead for a long time, you mean?
No, but the rumor was that he died after that surgery. It killed him.
I got you. It incapacitated him to the point where he lost his joie de vivre, his zest for life.
Well, other people said, no, he's doing fine.
I heard he's got a daytime job. He's doing all right. It could happen. Also, I heard that's a true story. Mark Loeffler was in a bar and the Sultans of Swing were playing. And it's just a description of what he saw. How cool is that?
That is cool.
You just got to go to more bars, Mark. We can write songs like crazy.
What connects Ozzy and Hulk, they both had reality family TV shows.
How about that?
And then the Hulk's wife left him for her son's friend.
Oh, really? Little cougar robbing the cradle? And by the way, it's just Hulk. There's the Hulk. He's still alive.
Oh, well, can he die? He's green.
Bill Bixby. Is he still around? When Bill Bixby goes, we're going to have to take a week off for that. Anyway, I would say...
Jim, you wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
It's safe to say I don't like it when you're happy.
Ow.
It's safe to say that Hulk Hogan and Ozzy Osbourne were entertainers.
Oh, yeah.
They were cross... what do you call that? Interdisciplinary, from sports into movies, into reality TV. Think of Thunderlips from Rocky III. Hey, it's all for charity. And of course, you don't know how short Stallone is at that time, but Hogan was a big dude. He was 6'4" probably or something.
He was big.
But then what's Sylvester Stallone? He's probably 5 something. He's short.
He is short.
I think he's like Tom Cruise size short, Dustin Hoffman size short. Even Arnold, shorter than you would think. Don't tell him I said that. I walked next to him. I crossed paths with him. And I would want to make him mad. Him or the Hulk. Oh my God, I have it on my phone. So those are the two dead guys.
I would like to cover...
I have a bunch of errors and omissions, though. So
Can I cover Chuck Mangione?
If you want to cover Chuck Mangione and it goes more than 30 seconds, I'll be shocked. Go ahead.
Oh, he passed away. Feel So Good was one of the instrumentals that shot up the Billboard charts.
Probably one of the most recognizable songs of our lifetimes.
I always thought Chuck did the trumpet playing in the Rocky movies also. But that always confused me growing up.
I believe that was composer John Williams, but I don't know if it was. Maybe it was.
It wasn't him. It was another trumpet player.
Another meaningless trumpet player. Wow. I got no problem with the trumpet player, but get a hat that fits. Let's start with that. I got issues with Chuck Mangione.
And
was he on King of the Hill?
He was on King of the Hill.
And what did I say to you in the car?
Are you sure that was the Chuck Mangione that you're thinking?
Are you sure it was the same one? There might be more than one Chuck Mangione. Who knows? How many? I mean, there could be a whole army of them out there.
So I said, "Oh yeah, his obituary lied. It is trying to do a puff piece."
And I told Mark that if you're gonna love mine. It'll say I was on King of the Hill, just like Chuck Mangione. In fact, it's gonna say that quote: Jim co-starred alongside Chuck Mangione in King of the Hill whenever he wanted to. No memorials, send flowers, lots and lots of them. See, that's going to also kind of buck the whole trend.
I want Jim to be so truthful in my obituary. Just
in yours?
Yes.
Oh, will I get a shot at it?
Yeah. Oh, you should write it and just make it.
Mark appeared on Jim's podcast whenever Jim let him, which turns out was every episode. So Jim is quite a guy. Like I said. So this is motivation for us to outlive each other. How old is he? He's 170. I don't know what keeps him going.
That's funny. You should write the obituary and not mention me. Just mention yourself the whole way through. I think that would be funny.
Oh, I'm writing yours or my own?
Mine.
I was going to say, I don't think I'm going to mention you a whole lot in mine. Should we do that one time? We should write each other's obituaries. That'd be fun as hell. Also, very morbid. Also, I thought of a thing we could do. Mailbag. I shouldn't bring this up on the air, because if people would just write us letters, and mail them to us through their imagination, then we could read those letters that for sure Mark and I didn't write, but we could then, I think that's a winner.
MAIL or MALE?
MALE. What'd you think? Oh, gross. Yeah, no, totally. Mail letters. Mail us a letter. How's that stamp on there? I'm scared.
Lick it.
It's pungent. That's not how letters smell. I like the letters in the wintertime way better than the summer letters.
All right, I interrupted you. You were going to...
I just have some errors and omissions that were glaring from the... So from our Comedy Movies 2 that aired, episode 122, Comedy Movies Part 2, I called What About Bob something about Bob. That was a mistake, as opposed to something about Mary. And then I called... I meant to say Judd Apatow, and I said the Adam Scott movies. Even though Adam Scott was in a couple of Judd Apatow movies.
Oh, I thought I was wrong. I thought Adam Scott actually was a director.
I don't think he is. Huh. God, watch me wrong on that.
I did say Sam Pickens instead of Slim Pickens, and you corrected me.
Really? I think you meant George Pickens, wide receiver for now Dallas. Or wherever he's going to be one of those that I think has trouble staying on a team.
Did you know Antonio Brown is over in the Middle East because he's facing attempted murder charges?
In America? Antonio Brown got hit in the head a couple too many times, I think.
He's way gone.
What a talent. What an absolute talent. So he I think it was a combination of a lot of things, but you can't discount the blows to the head. But he was very good, and he felt like that he was underrated. He was disrespected, that people didn't get how great he was. It was like, yeah, we did. You weren't that good. But he couldn't, it was like he was self-destructive. He just couldn't not F up. I think I made this whole episode without saying the F word.
If that's just the way he was or is, that would be terrible.
Sounds like a kind of a crappy guy.
Yeah.
So I'm giving him an out by saying, yeah, he probably got hit in the head too many times. I'm going to church Sunday morning, too. Jason talked to me about his church. We had bourbon on the deck. So I might have to stop over tipping because I might start going back to church and giving a proper offering. Is that cool or uncool?
I have no idea.
We'll see how it goes. I asked him if people are going to try to out-pray me, and he's like, there are some enthusiastic people. I'm like, oh, boy. By the way, JC, you don't sound like that. But I'm going to sit in the back. I'm going to look for the rowdy people and sit by them.
Thank you, Ozzy, Hulk, and Chuck, for bringing us joy.
Malcolm Jamal Warner, we hardly knew you. I mean, literally. I didn't watch The Cosby Show. It's as if I knew Bill was up to something. Who's the other one? Chuck, and I thought there was, apparently the guy from Golden Earring. One of the guys from Golden Earring.
You brought that up. I have no idea who's
fact check that. That could be hearsay.
Golden Earring.
Could be, I think, and I also heard that are all on the Epstein list. Chuck, Hulk, Ozzy. Doesn't it seem a little spish?
And the guy from Golden Earring. I thought you were talking about the whole band from Golden Earring was on the list.
The guy from Golden Earring, isn't that a James Bond movie?
Ooh.
Or is that the man from U.N.C.L.E.?
That was Goldmember.
These guys are crazy. We're going off the rails on a crazy train, Mark. Well, thanks for listening. I hope you didn't hate it. And Pat, you had your chance, pal.
Get a hold of us at TheAscertainers@gmail.com. Like us on Facebook and share us with a friend. And we'll see you next time.
I like how you make it. Like us on Facebook? Like it's a question?
Well, who's going to?
I don't know. We've been a little stagnant on those numbers. Maybe you could pad the stats. Hey, the kid that listens to us from the neighborhood, tell your friend. No, don't go. Oh, cut that part out. Good night.
Thank you, Jim. Good night.